Good morning, B.C.E. here. I hope you're all having a tremendous morning thus far. For a couple of my friends in Australia, I don't know what time it is there. I think it's later in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong. If it is or isn't, I still hope you're having a good day. Now, as per Mr. Kubrick in The Shining, right? Danny in the mirror, again. I'm going to come back to that image a lot because I feel like it's important. As is red rum, right? Murder. Red rum, all sheep. 6 times 7, 42. Downward pentagrams. Might explain all the FEMA camps, right? In a country that's run by Masons, founded by Masons, red and blue for Masonry, 33. Right there, 42. Jackie Robinson Day, 42. I'm always talking about how it's all connected, because it is all connected. All of it. Every single thing you see is connected. Newtown, right? Town. NWO, New World Order, OWN. When did George H.W. Bush give that speech? He gave it on 9/11, September 11th, 1990. Right, altars. Altar personality. Altars, like altars in a church. And there are no Christian churches in the where? The USA 311. Big component to all this, in my opinion, is Hollywood. Witches' wands are made from Hollywood, right? Right. They produce what? They produce witchcraft. Santa, 2 sevens. Satan, 2 sevens. Santa Claus is a depiction of Satan, right? Right. Jumps down a chimney, etc. Gives you gifts for no fucking reason whatsoever. Reindeer games. 69, the micro and the macro. Dasher. I believe the KKK sisters out there in Witchland in Calabasas, I believe they have a store called Dash, do they not? I believe they do. Their father, Robert 33. Simpson hoax, Simpson 33. Dancer, Tiny Dancer. Right? Fire Dancer. Whatever. Dancers, 2 sevens. Blitzen, right? On Donner, on Blitzen. On Donner. Richard Donner. Director of The Omen. Director of Superman the movie. Director of Superman 2. Now, why is 3 so important to the Masons? Well, there's several reasons. Perhaps, what if, and I just posit this theory, what if we're dealing with 3 turds here, not just one? Blitzen. Right, Tiny Dancer. Elton John. Elton John, clearly a sodomite. I don't even think he'd dispute it. The Donner Party. What is the Donner Party known for? The Donner Party is known for eating people, correct? Correct. Now this is where my aunt and uncle live, in Canton, Ohio. Blitzen Road. What a coincidence. Now, talking about Hollywood and Richard Donner. Lethal Weapon, starring Mel Gibson, 33. And Danny Glover. For those of you who've seen the movie, and I'm sure a good portion of you have, who's the villain's, right, because they view Yahweh as the villain. Who is the villain's right-hand man? For anyone who doesn't remember, it's Mr. Joshua. Dasher, Rudolph, Prancer. Comet. Like Comet Pizza, Pizza 33. Dancer, Blitzen, Donner, and Vixen. Oh, like she's a little vixen. Vicks cough drops, different spelling, same thing. Right, and there's a ribbon right there. Santa, Satan's reindeer. Now, what if reindeer is figurative? What if reindeer are people? Right? What do you do in the NFL? You blitz the quarterback. Now, Mel Gibson starred in a series of movies. Mad Max, MM33. The Road Warrior, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Miller Park in Milwaukee, Miller 33, who directed the Mad Max films, George Miller, including the most recent incarnation, starring Tom Hardy. Hardy, the Hardy Boys, Hardy Har Har. Hardy's is 33. It's all connected, it's all 76. When was the country founded? Right. 7 times 6, 42. 7 plus 6, 13. It's all connected. It's all one. Back to the Future. How fast the car go? 88 miles an hour. Right? Cargo. Cargo pants. Precious cargo. Duality. As Russian vids would say, dual meanings for everything. Now, what are they? Oh, this brotherhood. They consider themselves bonesmen. What's their logo? Essentially, a Jolly Roger is essentially their logo. MK Ultra, right? Ultra violence, as per Clockwork Orange. Crowley's Law of Reversals at play, so that's just a 42 right there, flipped. How many hours in a day? 24. 2 and 7, 9. 7 and 4, 11, right? Mel Gibson, 33. Vodka Gibson. Let me sing you a nice melody. Mel. The Lem. Right? The Lem. Like the lunar module. Now, is this a coincidence? Mr. Gibson starred in this movie that tries and attempts. It also portrays MK Ultra, but it tries and makes every conspiracy theorist look like a fucking whack job. When really there's just one conspiracy, and they have him spouting the usual suspects of conspiracies, all the Kennedy assassination bullshit, all that nonsense. Now, pirate. Triple repetition is characteristic of magic. 2 and 1 is 3, right? Right. It's also 777. And pirate is 33. The Goonies, just coincidentally, directed by our old pal Richard Donner on Blitzen. Which eye's the pirate missing? The right one. Mr. Donner also coincidentally directed this, The Omen, about Damien Thorne, right? The West Memphis 3, Damien Eccles. Now, Mr. Donner directed Superman 1, Zod, General Zod, Dollar General, the General, 1-800, call the General now, or whatever. Well, Zod, that's essentially an OZ right there. Zod, Daz, right? Raz, Oz, General Zod. Now, there's 3 of them, right? So what if we're dealing with 3 turds and not just 1 turd? 3 turds. Richard Donner, 2 7s. There's Kal-El, right there. And because they mock and steal, he's wearing red and blue for masonry, a diamond for 33, and has an S or a serpent as call for an uprising would tell you on his chest. Right. In different incarnations, excuse me, of that cover, that is a rainbow. Right there, it's just red, and I couldn't find the one with the rainbow. I actually used to own it. Now here's an image from Lethal Weapon, also coincidentally directed by Mr. Donner. There is Gary Busey, who also coincidentally played Buddy Holly in a movie, and that didn't happen. It's all connected. Here he is playing Mr. Joshua. The film takes place when? At Christmas, 12/25, 66,777, in the 25th day of the month, 2 and 5 is 7. Right. Now this is Bruce Spence. Fiona Barnett can tell you all about the lovely Mr. Spence. So I suggest anyone who hasn't seen Candy Girl, CC for 33, maybe she's trying to tell you something. For any of those who haven't seen that, I would suggest watching it. She tells you all about the nice things that Mr. Spence is up to. And he just coincidentally also stars in the Mad Max films. The Road Warrior. I guess what I'm driving at, and who's his best friend here? A dog. Flip that. God, right? These are all incantations of Christ, in my opinion. In my opinion. Because they reverse everything. So rather than having his companion and leader, partner, be God, it's a dog. Now, Tina Turner, 33. Mel Gibson, 33. George Miller, 33. That gives you what? 666. Beyond Thunderdome. Why? Because thunder echoes and you live in a dome. That's why. Now, Mr. Gibson also famously directed The Passion of the Christ, right? Well, that's not a movie I'm going to trust. Mel Gibson is a Catholic, CC for 33. That's a pagan church, period. Harvest Fellowship, ha ha ha, 8 times 11, 88. This gets into some of the churches he screened for the movie. Harvest Christian, 77, Land of OZ. We're going to get into the Wikipedia page on the Passion of the Christ in my next video. He screened it for Joel Osteen down there at Lakewood Church, 66. All connected. Billy Joel. New Life Church, 5-7, 7 plus 5, 12, 66, 777. New Life Church is also 2 7s. New Life, 33. Mr. Gibson's production company, Icon Productions. I forgot to put his logo in here, but it's got one eye, and look, oh, lo and behold, it's 66 in numerology. 42, as per Mr. Kubrick, Christ is. Meaning, maybe he's out and about here somewhere, huh? Christ walks. See, these numbers are what they do want, what they don't want. It's both. Depends on what you're talking about. And again, when I say that Jesus Christ does not exist, I don't mean it like he doesn't exist. I mean he hasn't existed the way they've been telling us. They've manipulated things. They've lied. So who's been telling us these things? Witches and wizards, that's who. Gibson cannot be trusted. 99.66. Passion of the Christ is false. 113, 2 sevens, or 33. The Passion, Stanley Kubrick, 42. And again, Mel Gibson, 33. Depends on what you're talking about. It's duality. It's both. Mel Gibson also coincidentally is 6 times 7, 42. Right, well, that actually fits in. David, a Mason, is a judge, right? Right. So we've been being told all these things by fucking liars. So who's to say what's true? We're going to have to figure out what's true. Because I don't trust these people, do you? Love you. Hope you're having a good morning.